Salem, my name's Miss Medi and welcome back to the Town of Salem and to some more ranked games because I said we'd get some ranked up on the channel. I'm going to give it a fair crack. One game isn't enough to judge this by, to work out if it's something that we want to do, if it's maybe a bit better than ranked practice, or if it's a bit too much pressure as well. So let's take a look at who's joined the town. We've got Haramble. Haramble has joined and I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. Couple of things. First thing, I have to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers. That's incredible. I legitimately don't know what's happening because I looked at my subs and it was like, how? But however you found me, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This game, we're going to be an executioner, an obsessed lyncher who will stop at nothing to execute their target. And this is a role that, I'll be honest, I struggle with. I find it quite hard to play executioner without coming across as way too obvious or too towny, you know? So it's hard to strike that balance. I'll just start writing myself a will. We're Lolly, and just in case we've not talked about it before, the executioner is a neutral evil role. Best thing about this role, hello, we're in jail. Think of a claim. Let's go for doctor. That might help explain our night immunity if we're ever attacked. And let's say that was lucky. Talking to the jailer. We have got a silent jailer. This is not good, alright, so we had to decide our fake claim pretty quickly. Getting jailed night one as an evil role is never a good thing because your story does tend to unravel as the game unfolds. All I can really hope for is that our target, Sam Sewell, gets killed pretty soon, and that way we might get hung by town. Ooh. If a doctor dies, this is going to look even worse. But basically, yeah, so with a neutral evil role, we have this night immunity. We have a target who is a townie, so Samuel Sewell is a confirmed townie. He's also number 1. If he gets killed at night, we become a jester, but if we manage to get him hung during the day, we basically win for the rest of the game. We had an executioner game a few games ago. It went like super easily, so I've got a feeling this might be a bit harder. So night 1 jailed. Gonna try and keep myself a bit of a fake Dr. Will, and what I like to do, I just put who my target is down the bottom. Because if I die, it can help town to know who is a confirmed townie. Hath saying the neutral benign curse. I don't think that's a thing. Survivor is dead night 1. He didn't vest. It's the tricky one. Do you vest as Survivor night 1 or do you vest nights 2, 3 and 4 and 5, which is what I would usually do? Because night 1 you have the least chance of getting attacked. I swear neutral benigns die more often in ranked. I vest first 3 nights and then beg for mercy. Joker, what is your role? And I'll just ask, why Joker? Because Joker is asking Lucy for her role, but he's not giving a role himself. And now he's saying Sheriff. Lucy's saying Joker is EXE, I think. So we can find out. We can find this out, provided there's no framer. All we need to do is get Lucy up on the stand, see what they claim. If they're a confirmable town role, then we know that Joker is probably not an executioner because we're the executioner, but probably an evil role pretending to be an executioner. You guys are weird. I am from town. He is EXE or Maf. That's not a solid defence. Once you get on the stand, you kind of want to stick a roll and will up. So I'm just going to ask roll and will. I wasn't going to vote you up, but you said gay is an insult, you piss drinker. I mean, piss drinker's a bit of an insult as well, Half. Let's be real here. Joker's saying, hang me next if I'm wrong. Jim's saying, roll and will. She's not giving her role. I don't really want to guilty it in case of any jester. But that wasn't a strong defence. If she really is town, she should have pushed a lot harder. I'm guessing she's Math, judging by that defence. You guys, no brain. Fuck you all. Oh my god. I'm on trouble. What? So what were you, Lucy? Could not find a last will. Spy? Spy? You're a confirmable town role. All you have to do is pass a spy test. I'm trying to play like I'm sort of town right now, so that being the case, I would definitely execute Joker if I was the jailer tonight, because Lucy, yes, her defence was rubbish, but she was a spy, and she could have proved that. Unless, of course, she was a disguiser. So I'm going to go for Danforth and just say that I'm healing him tonight, when in actual fact I'm not a visiting role at all. Just because he seems to be jumping on Lucy pretty hard about not putting up a good defence, so there's a chance he in theory, could get attacked. That would be who I would heal if I was Doctor, probably. We've not been attacked. That's always good. Once you get attacked, you tend to find that the neutral killing or Mafia out you as immune, and then that's a bit harder to explain, which is why I quite like the Doctor claim. Especially night 1 in jail, because it helps you to explain when you're attacked. No, I wasn't immune, I'm not a bad guy. I just vested, or I just used my self-heal. Jim died last night. He was the lookout. Anna Faris was visited by no one. Lolly was visited by no one, so he was watching me last night. And he only knew himself as a confirmed townie. So that's 2 town investigatives down straight away. That's a lack of information. I'm going to say hang Joker. I don't care if EXE, he could be Maf or neutral killing, hiding. And Joker's claiming sheriff. Who frames? This is my thing, right? So he's saying he's been framed. Lucy was framed. Who frames number 12? Like, number 1 gets framed night 1. Number 2 might get framed night 1. Nobody's going to frame number 12. I mean, what's the chances of someone actually investigating them? What if he was EXE and now is Jester? I mean, he'd have to be the Any. They don't know that, but I do. So I quite want to get Joker hung. If we can hang one of the bad guys, it's going to make us look a bit more credible. So I do want to. And why is Hearth defending him? Because Hearth is kind of jumping on Joker's side and saying, don't hang Joker, he's totally innocent. That was obviously a framer. Which makes me think Joker might be Mafia and Hearth might be Mafia trying to defend him as well. Never mind, we didn't get the votes. I do actually kind of think Joker's evil. And Hearth possibly evil as well. I'm not sure. I'll just put out I'm healing Danforth again. Because it's always annoying when you heal someone one night and then they get killed the next night. So, wills. Nothing in this will. No visits to Anna Faris. We have no real information with which to help the town or the evils right now. Other than I think the jailer should execute Joker because he got it wrong. And because the chances of number 12 getting framed are pretty damn low. And also because we're the executioner, so. Sam Sewell, our actual target, has done nothing that I can jump on. Oh, hello. So we were transported to another location. We're transported. And we were attacked. That does not look good for us. Now somebody knows we're immune. I'm not sure who that would be because there's 2 dead. So Kahuna's dead. Killed by the Mafia. Could not find a last will. What were you, Kahuna? Medium. Aww. I like being medium. So Kahuna didn't have any information from the lookout or the spy. That's a shame. Watermat executed by the jailer. That's pretty interesting. Found a will next to their body. They claimed escort. Said they roadblocked Chris and Hearth. And they were Godfather. Nice. Now, do I want to say that I'm transported? I mean, the transporter knows that I was moved anyway. Hopefully no one talks about attacking anyone. I hope. Bro, it's Thomas. This one, I'm sure, promised me thanks to the transporter. Good job, jailer. It's Thomas, guys. So Joker's now trying to get the lynch on Danforth, who's the guy that we're pretending to be protecting. I don't know. I don't know who's right anymore. Joker is still immune, so he is EXE, I guess. So Anna Faris is the vigilante. Or a Mafia pretending to be the vigilante. She's saying she shot Joker last night. In actual fact, she shot me because we were transported with Joker. Which is a real shame because it would have been nice to get Joker out of the picture. Transporter kind of messed us up a bit there. And whoever the transporter is going to quickly reveal our night immunity if they're following. Joker is not Jester. He was immune. Hearth wants an investigator to check in for douses. He's quite concerned that the neutral killing is an arsonist. Which is fair enough. There's been no neutral killing kills. I would ask that as well, maybe. But I'm just going to put Hearth is Mafia. I think. Simply because if Joker dies and he is Mafia, then Hearth would have to be Mafia too. If I've got this wrong, then it's just going to look pretty terrible for us. We're going to have to rely on our Doctor claim and a TP not going for a while. So, yeah. I'm not going to guilty. I'm just going to wait and see what the votes do. I'm pretty sure he'll get guiltied anyway. Samuel Sewell's turned on us. Jailer, get Lolly. Nice try, Sam. Get Lolly and execute her. Check. Heath. Check Heath. Why don't you... I'm hoping this isn't evil. Oh, Sam Sewell, you're my target, not the other way round. Stop. Get Lolly and execute, trust me. What the F? Sorry about Lucy. Thomas, Mafia, hang him. Sheriff. Damn. Damn. Sam's transporter, isn't he? Oh, of all the roles to get us our target, we get a transporter who reveals our night immunity. We're in jail. So, still Doc. Yeah, he's gonna execute us. I can't believe that. It's so unfortunate to get a transporter as your EXE target. I'm taking out the transported bit. And just have been healing Danforth. I assumed you were Danforth. Can we talk our way out of this? Seriously. Don't. TP is alive. I am the only claim. I think we're gonna... Yeah, he's killing us. He's killing us. It's fine. It's fine. We tried. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have executed the only TP claim. I can assume he maybe had another one overnight. And Sam Sewell is also dead, so we would have been a jester if we'd managed to live one more night, and then I'd have quite happily got hung. But never mind, this is definitely going to be a loss. I'm going to stick around to the end. I will let you know how it turns out. And then we'll probably go jump in and get a game after this as well, just to balance it out and get a different role. Serial Killer 1! So I'm going to jump into another queue now. Thanks to all these guys for playing with me. Let's get another game and see if we can win one. We're back, and I'm going to call myself Lolly again for our second game in ranked. That first one didn't go so great. Kind of got killed by the jailer when our target was a transporter. So, it happens. Weebo has joined the town. Sufjan Stevens makes music, doesn't he? I quite like Modest Mouse. They've talked with him. Don't know what I'm talking about that. Good band. Check them out. And Cade as well. I'm pretty sure he was in our last game, but under a different name. So we're gonna roll the wheel. See what we get for this game. Medium. That's cool. I had a medium request. I've got the scrolls on anyway. This is actually brilliant. We're a secret psychic who talks with the dead. Spooky. And hopefully the dead are actually going to have some information for a change and not all be AFK. Because that would be a pain. Right, so we're down the bottom. So start writing myself a will. We're Lolly the medium. Awesome in WB, claim in serve. Say dead say. And then just write myself a little list. Cade is also talking night 1. So awesome. WB. Serve claim. There we go. And there was also someone saying vet bait. So I'm going to have to go back and check that. Now, do I think he's actually vet? Saying vet bait? That was Doge. I don't know. I think he might be. It might be some sort of double bluff because I've seen that work before. Or he might be mayor or ret or some role trying to get someone off his back for a night. So put Doge, vet, ... I don't really know. I'm not a visiting role, so thankfully the chances of us running into a vet are pretty slim. And there's no dead night 1. So we've got nothing to do. Oh, why? Of course, and we're the only person dead. Brilliant. So, medium cast has struck. Finally, we're dead night 1. And we were killed by a member of the Mafia. No neutral killing kills tonight. And what I'll probably do is I will stick around for this game, just in case there's a rat who fancies bringing back a medium, or even a second medium that we can pass on information to. I want to see how this plays out. So let's just carry on. We're dead. We might come back. He's claiming serve once again. James Bailey's saying medium cast. Yep. Sufjan Stevens saying there's possibly another medium. And then everyone else is talking about the medium cast being real. James Bailey's being a little bit of a troll asking if anyone's doused. Perhaps he doesn't know the changes yet, but you don't know when you're doused anymore. Cade is saying this game will be interesting, I can tell. That's a strange thing to say. What I'm going to get ready to do, just in case there is a medium tonight, and I would recommend this if you're ever a medium as well, and you die, ask the mediums to say their names in the dead chat, and then repeat back to them the names that they say, because mediums can actually see other mediums talk overnight, so it helps you confirm if there's multiple mediums in a game. And then what you can do, like what I can do if I'm medium and there is another medium, as soon as I find a confirmed townie, I'm going to seance them and just say, look, this person's confirmed, don't worry about them, they're town, leave them alone, because medium is a suspicious claim, and if you can't back it up, you're quite likely to get lynched. And they're trying to vote up the serve claim because they've got no leads. Day 2. Only in ranked have I seen that tactic. I've got to be honest. Medium, oh, yeah. So we've got one medium saying lolly. Cade is here. So Cade is medium. You are smart for asking names. Any other mediums here? Just see if anybody else fancies speaking up. If not, looks like it's just you. And I'll seance tomorrow or when there's a confirmed townie. Okay. Thank you, Lolly Chan. No problem. So we know Cade is a second medium. That makes this a bit more enjoyable now, because even though we're dead, we can pass on information through the other medium. And we can also seance a townie and help confirm Cade, which should give him a bit of an easier time. So what I'm going to do today is keep an eye out for anybody who looks like a confirmed townie that we could talk to. Cade claims Med. Nugger claims Sheriff. This is Jailer. It's Jailer out of the picture. I'll just talk to the Jailer right now and say Cade is confirmed second medium in case there's a Retributionist, because a Ret won't bring me back, but they're quite likely to bring a Jailer back. Doge is saying don't leave. Ret might revive you. So Doge is soft claiming Retributionist, because that's the kind of thing that a Ret would say. Definitely, definitely. I asked the Sheriff to look at him tonight. So I'll just be non-suspicious. Do you know any confirmed townies? Yes. And ask the Jailer. He may know more than we do. Doge is saying Cade is bad. Definitely isn't. And Edward Bishop's just put up Log, Vidvet Mafioso, Jonathan Corwin, BGGF, Arsonist. He's BGGF Arso. So Edward Bishop has just put up quite a credible looking will. If his will is really right, he's just found probably the neutral killing and the mafioso. So I would recommend hanging one of these guys. Let's see if Town actually gets the votes to do it. They've got 7, yeah, they've got the votes. Nugger's will made sense. I somewhat trust him, says Softgin. Do you mean Edward? Or is he talking about the fact he jailed Nugger? I mean, Nugger was jailed night 2, so he isn't going to have much of a will. I'm escort. No, you're not. No, you're not. Jonathan Corwin. I wasn't role blocked. I'm going to go back and check, because before I go and say this stuff, you know, I like to make sure I'm not giving them wrong information, but we've got a medium, another medium, and some guy soft claiming Retributionist. So, yeah. I'm probably going to seance tonight just to pass on this information. Who am I going to seance? Honestly, I liked Ed's will. I believe Ed, and I do not believe this escort claim for a damn second. Especially since he's claiming he role blocked people who died, you know? Just say, seancing Ed. Hope he's Town. He's a confirmed investor. There's every chance he'll die tonight, so let me just quickly get this in. Say, Cade is confirmed second medium. And then what else do I want to say? Say, okay. Make sure he's got that in the will. And I was not role blocked. Hang his ass. And that was the escort claim. Just wish him good luck as well. Has he said anything back to us? He said hi. Oh. Yep. Yeah, Ed's hopefully writing that down in his will in case he dies tonight, and then at least Town has that information from us. Jailer's telling the other medium the sheriff's investigating them tonight. Let's have a look. I'd rather seance the invest with a quite credible will than anybody else. He's dead though. Ed, did you write it in your will? Hopefully he managed to get it in there in time. Killed by a veteran. Oh no. Yes. Cool. That's brilliant. Alright, yeah. And at the bottom of his will, Cade was confirmed innocent. Lolly was not role blocked. He managed to get that information in there. Now we just have to hope to God that Town is actually paying attention to the info that's in the wheels. So didn't have much time though. Hopefully they notice. It's in there. Do you know what? Good job, man, because I've seanced people before with loads of info and then they die and it's not even in there and you kind of go, oh man, wasted seance. I think Log might be Mafioso. Me too. He was killed by Vet. So Log claimed sheriff. He's dead. We both think he's Mafioso. Get off my lawn, you darn peasants. Killed by the Vet. And yeah, there you go. Mafioso down. Who was the other guy in the investigator's will that was suspicious? Let's have a look. So Jonathan Corwin was BGGF Arso and they had a really hard time getting him lynched. Weebo is Vet. Killed the attacker overnight. Doge is still saying jailer don't leave. Okay. That's the second night. Doge Retry. I mean, he should have brought back the jailer last night unless he got roadblocked, in which case we're probably looking at a smart consort. Ed's saying they need to notice my will. Hopefully they do. Luckily we still have another medium alive, so I'll just say tell other medium to speak up tonight. And they can draw people's attention to his will on our behalf. That would confirm that 14 is consort. Ah, so 14 claimed escort, but he didn't roadblock me. He's definitely suspicious. I think the investigator's will confirms that we weren't roadblocked. He's claiming escort. We already have 2 mediums and possibly a ret, although I'm beginning to think he might be Jester because he didn't bring him back last night. Cool. Edward Bishop says he thinks this is actually Godfather or Arsonist. I agree. I agree. I think if he was consort, he'd have had a credible will. So if there's a consort, it isn't me. Cade's saying that's suspicious. There's 2 mediums, so you know. I'd be hanging him anyway. Worth hanging. And at least that confirms random town, or if the ret claim is real, it confirms any. Helps narrow down the roles a bit further. Amazingly, he got guilty. Brilliant. I am Serve. Voted innocent. It's quite bold. If this is Mafia, I am Serve is starting to look quite suspicious. Edward Bishop. I put that Cade is confirmed inner in my will. Cade is saying if both of them are telling the truth, there are 4 town supports, which is unlikely. What were you? Godfather. Nice. So Godfather's out of the picture. I'm going to talk to the medium straight away and just say, I seanced Edward Cade. His will says you are confirmed inno. And just let the medium know that if he gets put under scrutiny, he can draw everyone's attention to Edward's will. And hopefully they won't lynch him on the basis of that. I also say Doge was soft claiming ret. That's not Doge. Doge. Doge was soft claiming retributionist. Edward Bishop is happy. Anything else to say? The jailer might get brought back tonight. Out of all of us that are dead, he's the most likely to come back. And just say, watch out. Let's see if he brings you back. Nah. He won't bring a medium back. He'll bring me back. And jailer's saying if I'm not revived tomorrow, I doubt any ret claims. I do too. But he's back. There you go. Sufjan Stevens. It's back over on the right-hand side. And that means that Doge actually is retributionist. And when the Godfather got killed, then the consort became a mafioso. That's what I'm going to say anyway. And the arsonist died last night, killed by a bodyguard. This is looking pretty good for town. I have done nothing. I died night 1, but maybe we helped a little bit from beyond the grave by confirming that the Godfather was lying and that there's 2 mediums in game. I don't know. I didn't go for Retry. You protected Doja. Just confirming for our own benefit that Doge is the actual ret. And Kate died last night. No! Not the medium. What does he say? I'm the only other alive medium. Lovely jailer. No, that's so sad. So medium's down. We're down. He's still got a seance though, which could potentially come in useful. Doge is confirmed as the random town retributionist. Nugger claimed sheriff, didn't he? And obviously Sufjan's the jailer. So this is looking pretty good. The Ret really helped turn this game around. James Bailey's claiming investigator here. And Doge is saying 5 claimed they healed me and I wasn't healed. So 5 is sus. Yep, that's pretty suspicious, especially with a bodyguard dead. And we know Doge is a townie, so I'd be interested to get Danforth's role. James Bailey saying Thomas came up as disguiser and doctor. And Nugger's saying let's get some quiet people on the stand. Interesting, Nugger. I'm just going to keep a list of everyone we know that is still around that's confirmed. So we know that number 1 is the Ret. Number 7 is definitely the jailer. Number 8, I don't know their role. Number 10 was the survivor claim. Number 11 was the vet. And number 12, again, I don't know their role just yet. So not a lot of confirmed townies. What the jailer needs to do is start getting some roles. And he's trying to. He's trying to get people up on the stand. But they didn't manage to get the votes to get Danforth up, which is quite frustrating. So let's just write down what we know. The other medium can always seance this information if we come across something useful. It's Cade saying, you know what would be funny? Let's hope for second Arso. Oh god, no. I would hate it. Cade is saying if a third medium popped up. That's brilliant. Could you imagine if they did? We'd be like, where the F have you been, man? It's been a medium party up in here. If there was a third medium, they'd be the any. So, you know, we could always seance with that information, but there isn't. Cade's a funny guy. So yeah, just trying to put they have got quite a few confirmed roles really if we count the vet as well. Thomas Danforth is whispering to the jailer. No kills. That's pretty nice. And Sufjan was attacked. He's the jailer. So there's a confirmed random town doctor. And it's Thomas. Brilliant. So 5 is confirmed random town doctor after all that suspicion on him. Sufjan's saying Doge wasn't jailed. Weebo's saying I'm vet, also confirmed. They have more than 3 people confirmed. They've got 5 confirmed right now. So it's 4, 8 or 12 that's going to be the last Mafia, or potentially 2 members of the Mafia. Yeah, I think 4, 8 and 12 are the only ones who aren't confirmed. Now Nugger claims sheriff in jail, but I don't believe that. So, say to the other medium, if he's around. Weebo is vet. Nugger claims sheriff. Nugger is lookout according to him. He claims sheriff in your will, jailer. Like, he didn't claim lookout. But because of that, I think Town thinks he's changing his claims quite a bit. And to be honest, I would start hanging the less provable claims. I never said vet. What the fuck? Jailer backed me up here. And then he's got a will. Doge non-sus was jailed. Cage non-sus. Why the hell would you check Doge for 2 nights in a row? Kill him. Like, that makes no sense at all. If you're a sheriff and you've checked somebody once, they're not going to become more suspicious, you know? I will, but I'm vet for sure. Weebo, mate, next time put your name on your kill note. Brilliant. So he claims sheriff. Unfortunately, Town has innocented him. I don't buy it for a hot second. But just say to the medium, seance jailer. Say it is 8 or 12. Because 8 we don't have a roll for. 12 they've just voted up onto the stand, so that's pretty good. James Bailey is saying, jailer please. James and Nugger both claim TI. Someone was attacked, but I was in jail. Yeah, James Bailey is probably the credible TI claim if he does. I haven't actually seen his claim though. Look, numbers game. We have enough confirmed towns and we can knock them off until we win. He did claim invest in jail, but that's sus as hell, says Sufjan. Okay, yeah, that's suspicious, but if you were attacked in jail, he's definitely not the last Mafia. I wouldn't be guilty in him. Oh, they didn't guilty him. I don't get why they didn't guilty the sheriff claim, because he investigated the same person twice. Like, that is suspicious. This guy kind of has a good alibi, you know? But maybe it's 8. 8 is kind of the one we haven't looked at yet. And of course, worth remembering, somebody has got to be the neutral evil role in here as well. So somebody's survivor, somebody is either EXE, jester, or witch. If they're witch, we may not have that many nights until things start to go pretty wrong for town. But I don't think they are. I'm sure somebody would have claimed witch by now if that were the case. Hopefully the other medium is seeing the jailer tonight, just to let him know who's confirmed. Sherlock is saying 8 is jester, 2 is mafia, probably 12 hasn't claimed yet. I haven't seen his will. I agree that 8 is probably jester. I think that's why they're staying so quiet. Doge is dead, and James Bailey is dead as well. Now James Bailey was the guy we were suspicious of, so let's just ask. You a math, James? Doge is asking, what are you? Nope. Jester. Doge was rat. We knew he was. I'm surprised the Mafia took him out. This must mean that James was killed by the jailer, which was a heck of a ballsy play when you consider that the jailer was attacked when he had James jailed. Like, not sure this is going to be Mafia at any rate. They did have a will. They were actually investigators. So this means that number 4 and number 8 are the only 2 options as to who can be evil. So let's put invest. He was invest. Get rid of 4's claim because I don't believe it. Softon Stevens is saying, so Nugger is math. They both claimed any. Rip Nugger. Doge is saying it's 8 or 4. I completely agree with you, Doge. Lynch Nugger, jail 8. Yeah. I think Town is going to win this. I don't know how much of a part we played in it because we died note 1, but this looks like a pretty strong Town win. I will upload this though because it's kind of fun to have 2 mediums in game. There was also a rat, so we could talk to the jailer, and then he got brought back and had that information. So it was one of those games where actually dying early didn't make a whole lot of difference to the input we were able to have into it. We still had means of getting information to Town. I was thinking about the taunts as well the other day. Like, you can taunt people when you're dead, which is quite interesting. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe, and I don't know if this is going to happen in ranked practice or anything like that, I doubt it. But if we play any ranked games, are people going to start using these taunts for sort of metagaming purposes? For sending messages, sending codes? It's entirely possible they might do that. And someone's saying there's a werewolf. I don't think there's a werewolf. I don't think we know what the any is, do we? Well, one of the investigator claims is probably the any. Yeah, so we got medium, rat, investigator, and then Nugger claimed sheriff. The hanging number 8. I think this is Jester as well. I agree with Edward. I'm not sure I would have hung them, but thankfully Nugger has voted guilty, as well as Weebo, who was the vet. He's probably Jester. Yeah, he was. He was Jester. He just kept silent. Jester prank. It's Nugger. It's Nugger. 100%. Nice fake sheriff will. That was kind of obvious. Yes. Just say, Jester, please kill Nugger. And if the Jester manages to kill Nugger tonight, that's going to be absolutely awesome. Because that's going to be GG for us. James Bailey saying get Nugger please as well. I hope he does. He doesn't have to. He's Jester. He can do what he wants. I got you, fam. You're a cool guy. If he actually gets Nugger, that's going to be brilliant. Jailer lost their executes when they killed the investigator. I don't hold that against the jailer though, because I think he needed to round down some roles, and maybe he just trusted the sheriff more than the investigator because he jailed him earlier on in the game. So the investigator was the later claim. That's fine. This is still going to be a Town win unless something goes horribly wrong. They will lynch him. Yeah. They'll still have majority tomorrow. Of course he gets me. What a legend. Jester's taken out Nugger, who had to be the last Mafia. If I had to take a guess, he was consort turned mafioso because the wreck got role blocked for a night. He would have lost regardless. It's true. I don't fancy his chances. I think they were kind of closing in on the confirmed roles, and they had a confirmed vet, a jailer. It was only 1 or 2 people. But that's going to be GG. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed these ranked games. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you want to see next and whether you want to see more ranked games, more ranked practice, or if you want a bit of a balance, because I'm not sure which way to go with it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.